A founder told me something that stuck with me. He said, "We're no longer the small, scrappy company we used to be, but we haven't built the company we need to become." That's the S-curve trap. Revenue grew, the team grew, but the infrastructure didn't grow with it. And now, everything feels harder than it should. There's a moment in every growing business where everything starts to feel harder. Revenue is up, the team is bigger, clients are happy. But somehow, you're working more hours than when you started. Decisions take longer. Things fall through the cracks. People are busy, but progress feels slow. You can't put your finger on it, but something has shifted. I work with a consulting firm that had hit about 3 million in revenue. Good business, strong reputation, loyal clients. Here's what the S-curve trap looks like from the inside. At $1 million, the founder can hold everything in their head. They know every client. They know every process. They make every decision. It works because the business is small enough to run on memory and hustle. But 3 million, though, that stops working. The team is too big for one person to manage every relationship. The processes are too complex to run on memory. The decisions are too frequent for one bottleneck. But the founder is still operating like $1 million business. Not because they want to, because nothing has replaced the old way of working. This consulting firm had the classic symptoms. Tribal knowledge everywhere. If you asked how a specific process worked, the answer was, talk to Sarah, she knows, or that's just how we've always done it. Nothing was really documented. Not because people were lazy, because when you're small, you don't need that documentation. Everyone just knows. But at 3 million with a growing team, the new people don't know. They can't find the answers. So they ask the founder, or they guess. Both outcomes are bad. Resource planning was invisible. The founder could feel that capacity was tight, but couldn't see it in a number. There was no model that showed how many clients the team could handle, when to hire next, or which roles were the bottleneck. Every hiring decision was reactive. Someone quits, or new client signs, then you scramble. And the vision was in the founder's head. He knew where he wanted to take the business, but his team didn't. They were executing on what was in front of them because no one had given them the picture of where they were going. Does this sound familiar? This is the trap. The business has outgrown its infrastructure, but the infrastructure hasn't caught up. So here's what we did. First, we start with the vision. I asked the founder to describe, what does this business look like in 3 years if everything goes well? Not goals, not metrics, a description. What do your clients say about you? How does the team work? What are you known for? What have you said no to? He wrote it down, shared it with the team. Some of them lit up because it was exactly the business that they wanted to build. Others realized they'd been building something different without knowing it. Both reactions were useful. This is the same vivid vision exercise I talked about in a previous episode. So if you haven't seen that one, go watch it. It changed the dynamic in this firm overnight. Second, we documented the processes that lived in people's heads. Not all of them. You don't need to document everything on day one. We focused on the ones that were revenue critical and team dependent. Client onboarding, delivery milestones, quality checks, escalation paths, the stuff that breaks when the person who just knows goes on holiday. We used a simple rule. If the process depends on one person's memory, it's a liability. Third, we built 90-day sprint cycles. Instead of annual planning that nobody remembers by February, we broke the vision down by 90-day chunks. What are the 3 to 5 things we need to accomplish in the next 90 days to move forward with the 3-year picture? Every team member could see how their work connected to the bigger plan. Every quarter, the team reviewed what worked, what didn't, and set the next sprint. This replaced the feeling of we're busy but not progressing with visible momentum. Fourth, we built a simple capacity model, not a spreadsheet with 47 tabs. This turned hiring from reactive panic into planned investment. The outcome? Within 2 quarters, the founder said something I hear often from clients at this stage. He said, I feel like we have a business now and it's not just a job. The team was making decisions without waiting for him. Processes ran without his involvement. New hires could get up to speed without shadowing the founder for 3 months. The S-curve trap is not a people problem, it's an infrastructure problem. The team that got you to $1 million was probably the right team. They just didn't have the systems to carry a $3 million business. If you're feeling this right now, here's the honest check. Can you take 6 weeks off and the business runs smoothly? If the answer is no, you're in the trap. The way out is not working harder, it's building the infrastructure that you've skipped. See you in the next one.